Welcome back to Real-ationship Goals, a podcast all about exploring the realities and complexities of healthy relationships. Real-ationship Goals is a project of the Prevention and Education team at the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. If you or someone you know has experienced sexual violence or harassment and is seeking support services or needs more information, links to resources and our hotline number can be found in the description. The views expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of their organizations or affiliates.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Real-ationship Goals. We are your hosts. My name is Monica and I use they, she pronouns.
My name is Ariana and I use she, her pronouns.
My name is Elsie, I use she, her pronouns.
And my name is Meryl, and I also use she, her pronouns.
And we are back with a media analysis episode, and today we will be breaking down A Woman's Worth by Alicia Keys. And I believe, Ariana, you are starting us off. Go ahead, sister girl.
Yes.
Dang, I got the noisiest chair. Sorry.
Okay, so you could buy me diamonds, you could buy me pearls, take me on a cruise around the world. Baby, you know I'm worth it. You know, am I reading this all together? Or am I just breaking it down little by little?
What do y'all want? No, keep going. Yeah, I was going to say
Okay.
Yeah.
Dinner lit by candles, run my bubble bath,
Ooh.
make love tenderly to last and last. Cause baby, you know I'm worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna please, wanna keep, wanna treat your woman right. Not just dough, but to show that you know she is worth your time. You will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first. She will, if she can, find a man who knows her worth. 'Cause a real man knows a real woman when he sees her. And a real woman knows a real man, ain't afraid to please her. And a real woman knows a real man always comes first. And a real man just can't deny a woman's worth.
Right.
There you go.
I wanted to sing.
I was
literally,
refraining from singing.
yeah, literally, this is my jam. Okay, y'all, thoughts, opinions?
I love Alicia Keys.
I love it. I love it so much. Just the meaning and the empowerment she clearly feels in this song. I just thoroughly enjoy it.
I like, she's talking about buying things, whether it's diamonds, pearls, dinner, whatever it might be, but it just says not just dough, but to show that you know she's worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's addressing the duality of it. Both are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Both are nice. And I feel like, as someone who's been with my partner for damn near a decade, there have been times where one of them was missing, and it was really obvious that it was missing. And sometimes I was like, well, damn, at least I have this part. But I was like, damn, I feel kind of greedy saying this part. But
Yeah.
it really was something that a relationship, I feel like, needs a duality. Again, I'm saying all this, and then in the back of my mind, I'm like, but that works for us type of situation.
Yeah.
So definitely speaking from my side. Also, speaking of loving Alicia Keys, the fact that, me and my husband have been friends for a very, very long time, but I was like, the fact that he knew the song and it's his jam too, I was like, that's a real man.
There you go.
That's exactly how I felt.
And speaking to the duality of this is just a form of love people can show.
Right.
And how it looks different for every partner, every relationship, romantically. Thinking it's just yes, these are materialistic things, but it also just shows how intentional you can be when trying to express love to your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the way she expressed that in the song.
Yeah, because, we always say time is money. And he spent the time to make the money to be able to buy the things. And then he decided that she was worth the time spent to spend that money. And so it's really easy to fall into the whole, materialism, that's just materialistic. But it really means something when your partner takes his or her money that, you know, they worked for and then thoughtfully spends it on you. Like, it really means something.
Or even plan something.
Yeah.
Some folks be really, really busy, and I don't want to say something as simple as, because it could mean something really big, but like running them a bubble bath, like at the end of the day, like taking that task off of them. I also want to point out how Alicia Keys was like, if you will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first, and she will, if she can find a man who knows her worth. Like right, exactly. If she's not not just she, but any partner is not feeling like they're being valued, they're gonna leave, rightfully so. And so, yeah, because I feel like so often, because y'all know I'm chronically online, and thank goodness I'm not in the dating scene, but they're always like, man, women just want dinners and clothes and yada yada, but I'm like, and I think it just speaks to not just the dough, like she said, but also to show that you know that she's worth your time. So, just a lot of thoughts. I'm trying to remember when this song came out. I'm like early 2000s
Early
probably.
2000s for sure.
Yeah.
But it also, like, opens up that door for people who are dating, you know, experiencing different things with their romantic partners, like exploring what does expressing and showing love look like to you and the person you love. It doesn't necessarily always have to be running a bubble bath or buying diamonds and pearls, you know, the materialistic things, but like really taking out the time to learn your partner and how to express to your partner that you love them in different ways.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like she was saying, like, you will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first. It's like, if you intentionally refuse to pay attention to your partner's needs, to your partner's wants, and things like that, eventually that will take a toll
Absolutely.
on your relationship, and then eventually it will negatively impact it, and then y'all will go y'all separate ways.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well,
No,
and
exactly.
with that, oh, sorry, I was gonna say with that too, like, I have both personal experience and one of my friends, like, where we were in a relationship where we had to ask for flowers, which is something, like, so easy to do. And so I was talking about that with one of my other friends, and she was like, oh yeah, like, my husband now stopped because he saw wildflowers and, like, picked me some. So, like, even if it's not, like,
yeah.
if it's not something that you can afford to do materialistically, like, you can still get the things to be able to show up. But then the other thing that I wanted to say too was the going back to the not just dough but to show. I thought that it was really cool because, like, the first paragraph was, like, very materialistic, and so that was, like, based on the dough, and then the second paragraph was more showing things that you could do, like, you could make dinner for them, like, it doesn't have to be, like, a night out on the town type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I thought that it was cool that she was able to show, like, different ways to be able to show that you are worth something.
Yeah. And she kind of, like, wraps it all into the chorus, which I know that's what artists do, of course. That's the point of the chorus. But I feel like kind of talking about, you know, having to ask people to do something versus, like, it's just like, I don't want to say intuitive, but it's like they don't need to be asked. Like, it just comes naturally to them. And this could go to any partner, not just a man, but she says, like, a real man just can't deny a woman's worth. Like, it's going to come easy to them type of thing. Whereas, like I said, in the dating scene, sometimes they're like, well, why would I do that? Yada, yada, like, all these things. No, I have so many thoughts about the dating world. Let me get out of that.
I think it just speaks to, like, the levels of relationships people be in. Like, if someone is casually dating, it looks different. If someone is intentionally dating, like dating to marry, then that looks different.
Right.
So I can see how people would be like, well, why do I have to do all that? I'm just dating for fun. And like, things I was like, okay, well, yeah, that looks different for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to, like, willingly be able to openly communicate with the person that you're dating, or is that person on the same level you are on, or are they on a more serious level? Because if that's the case, then y'all have two different point of views of how
And
to navigate
expectations, yeah.
that relationship.
Yeah, very true.
It makes me think, and this will be the last thing I say, and then we can move on, I promise. It makes me think, I had a friend who was like casually dating. She did not want anything serious, but this guy, like, within the month was like, let's get matching pajamas.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
gosh.
oh, that's so cute. But she was like, that is too serious for me.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm way more casual. We are not taking this. And, like, it was, like, a big deal. And to her, she was like, he's taking it too far. But
So
for
a month in, I'd say the same thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I was like, when she told me, I almost said her name. I was like, oh, like, I would not have thought of it the same way as you. But she thought that was like something really serious. Of like, that's what a serious couple does.
It's like acting to move in.
Yeah. So anyways, it just makes me think of like different expectations. But okay. Now it's your turn, Meryl.
Hold up. If you treat me fairly, I'll give you all my goods. Treat you like a real woman should. Baby, I know you're worth it. If you never play me, promise not to bluff. I'll hold you down when stuff gets rough. 'Cause baby, I know you're worth it. She walks the mile, makes you smile, all the while being true. Don't take for granted the passions that she has for you. You will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first. She will, if she can, find a man who knows her worth.
And then it goes back
And
to
then
the chorus.
the chorus again.
I think what I do like about this part is, you know, this is a very binary song. Like, she's talking about her partner and then herself. But she's talking about, you know, if I feel like I'm being treated fairly, like, I will also hold up my end of
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I feel like that pretty much sums it all up, is that you both have to be an active participant. But again, I also really appreciate, like, societally, women put a lot more into relationships than men. Men are historically able to date. It's easier for to date when they're older, so they don't feel so much like they're wasting time if they, like, lose a relationship. And so I genuinely appreciate how she is also, like, a lot of it is, if you treat me well, I'll treat you well. Like, she knows to protect herself and, like, knows her worth in it as well, that she's not gonna necessarily always go at 100 for someone who's never going 100.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
I feel like she also acknowledges that, well, I feel like a lot of songs do. It's not unique to the song. But going back to kind of expectations on dating things, if things do get rough, I will hold you down. We will stick through it because I know that you're worth it. Despite, you know, the dough, the pearls, the diamonds, yada yada, she's just kind of talking about that other side of it. If things do get rough, I'm gonna hold you down. And it's like understanding each other's worth. And that relationship is worth the fight type of situation.
Well, and then there's this idea that in a relationship, you're almost never going to have both people at 100%. Like, someone's going to be at, 70, and then you'll be able to push and give that extra 30. And then one day and some days you'll both be at 30. And you'll have to, like, make up for it with each other. But, when you've already proven that you are there for the person, it's really easy to be like, don't worry, I'll make up that. Like, I got you even if it gets rough.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze, but I'm good. Okay, no need to read between the lines. Spelled it out for you. Just hear this song because you can't go wrong when you value a woman's worth. Sorry, it says
Woman's.
And then the chorus 2 times, and then the last one is cherish that woman, it better be good for that woman.
I didn't realize yours was so short.
Yeah, it was super, super short. I think this kind of speaks to what we've been talking about, was like the communication of no need to read between the lines. I spelled it out for you.
Yeah, I feel like we really covered the gist of it. Like
It was really the first like main
Yeah.
part where she really just put it down.
I feel like reading that one, the no need to read between the lines, spelled out for you, like it speaks to the clear communication, because a lot of times when you engage with the person that you know has your best interest at heart, or knows that like you value them as a person, sometimes people have ill intentions and people take advantage of that. So it's just speaking to that, like, hey, there's no guessing with me. Like, I'm upfront, this is me, you know, that I care for you, I love you, and things of that nature. So there's no ill will in her speaking about that.
And I even feel like on the other side of it, from like personal experience, sometimes I feel like there would be times where I felt like I got too comfortable with my partner, and I'm like, why doesn't he know, you know, type of situation. But I think it's like a good reminder of like, there's no need to read between the lines. Like, you should be able to spell it out for them and be really clear. But yeah.
But also when you spell it out for them, like how Elsie was saying earlier with the like, you don't buy me flowers, they need to follow through. And like, I spelled it out for you, and so now you need to know my worth.
Yeah.
And follow through.
Yeah, that's a really good way to point out, because like at that point you did what you held up your half of, I say half, but like you're saying 30, 70, whatever it might be, but your side of it, the partner or whoever may be, because I feel like this can also be applied to friendships, all relationships really, also being held up on the other side too, and following through.
Okay.
Do y'all have anything else? All right, you guys, well, as if you're a frequent listener, you know what's next, and if you're not, what is next is we always have a relationship goal and a recommendation per episode, and today I have the relationship goal, which I really got the wording from Ariana, where love is not measured by money or materials or whatever you might buy. Hi everyone, sorry, we were having some technical difficulties right before Meryl shared her recommendation. Her recommendation was going to be to go watch a performance, anything live, symphony, ballet, musical, whatever it may be. But yeah, that's all we had for you today. So if you want to continue following the Advocacy Center, you can follow us at Advocacy Waco on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're looking for more prevention-focused content, you can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention. But yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Real-ationship Goals. This episode was produced by the Prevention and Education Department of the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children in Waco, Texas. Interested in more content from PNE or the Advocacy Center? You can follow us on Instagram at ACCVC_prevention or on Instagram and Facebook at Advocacy Waco. Be sure to like this episode and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Bye.